Hi Mrs. Baker and welcome to 60 Seconds with Jetman.
Thanks, Jetman.
So what did you do before you became principal?
I was deputy principal at Governor Philip King Public School, and for the year just before I came to Minchinbury I was the relieving principal. So I've spent a lot of time in schools in southwestern Sydney and western Sydney.
So, what was your favourite thing to do as a child?
When I was a child I spent a lot of time reading. It was my favourite thing to do, and I read all kinds of books, but I really enjoyed science fiction books. And now I continue to read and still like doing that. When I wasn't reading, I would play lots of board games, things like Monopoly, Cluedo, the Game of Life, Snakes and Ladders even. So my two favourite things to do were read and play games.
So, what's your favourite sports and your favourite sports team?
My favourite sport is hard to answer. I used to play tennis and squash a lot when I was younger, but nowadays I practice yoga, and that's not really a team sport, it's an individual activity that you do. I follow the Bulldogs as a rugby league team and have done so since I was about 10 years old.
So, which game do you prefer, soccer or footy?
It's a really hard question to say which I prefer, soccer or rugby league. When I was at college learning to be a teacher, I played both soccer and rugby league, and I had to learn all the rules for playing rugby league. And if I didn't know them, we had a test, and the test I had to pass the rugby league rules test, which I did, thankfully. I like to watch rugby league on the TV, and I think though I really like to play soccer more than rugby league because you don't have to be tackled, and I think passing the ball and running is quite a lot of fun. So I can't really say which one I prefer because both of them are pretty good, so I'm going to have to sit on the fence.
Thank you Mrs. Baker for taking the time to do 60 Seconds with Jetman.